Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is finally here. The game we have all been waiting for to come out of the Tom Clancy series, the Battle Royale for Ghost Recon. I genuinely can't believe I'm saying this. Like, when did PUBG come out? It was a long time ago, wasn't it? I mean, let's just cast our like sort of minds back. We had H1Z1 with King of the Hill and all that kind of stuff. Then PUBG, and then it expanded. Battle Royale started becoming, you know, the go-to thing, and everyone started jumping on board. And then Ubisoft released Hyperflop, which just epically fell on its face. It was like, you know that kid that tries to pitch up to the party and says, oh, yeah, we're going to be fashionably late. But he's so late that the party's actually over. That kind of felt like that with Hyperscape. It really did. So for Ubisoft to drop another Battle Royale that they've been working on for the last 3 years and dedicating all of the team members to a game that nobody asked for. I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm being really negative here. Like, when I watch the video that's going on in the background, graphically it looks quite nice, and they've done a really good job of sort of trying to sell the video, but people aren't seeing past this anymore. People aren't seeing past the phenomenal sort of advertisement that Ubisoft does. I mean, the Rainbow Six alpha footage is a prime example of this. They really sold that game, and we've been bitten time and time again. And I want to go out here. I want to just say, you know, I've worked with Ubisoft a lot, and I have really enjoyed their games for countless years. I started off, you know, back in the day on games like Rainbow Six and Ghost Recon and Splinter Cell. All of those games I used to absolutely love, and I just feel like it's going more and more away from the core concept of what it's supposed to be. Now, I don't want to shy away from the fact that the guys at the Ubisoft Bucharest have worked really hard on this. I have absolutely no doubt that they have poured blood, sweat, and tears into this. But I feel like this is a real bad time to be dropping this trailer. And I'll be honest, I don't think I'm alone here. There are a lot of people who have been tagging me in this, saying, like, have you seen this? And the like to dislike ratio on YouTube seems to be saying more than enough right now. But between this, Tom Clancy's X-Defiant, and the lack of any sort of real Splinter Cell, following on from, you know, sort of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, it just feels like the company is so lost right now, and it's such a damn shame. But anyway, I'm not going to drag this out. This is the Battle Royale trailer for Ghost Recon Frontline, which has just been announced by Ubisoft, to the dismay of many, unfortunately. So the video itself breaks down how it's 100 players all on one map vying for intel, and then you have to try and extract. So pretty much the dark zone from The Division. Now the issue with this is they even stated in there that you can play this however you want to play it. If you want to play it strategically, read this as if you want to camp the extraction zone and just wait for other players and not do any of the work, then you can do that. That doesn't sound frustrating at all, does it? Now, I will be the first to say, I will probably try this game. I really will. Unlike X-Defiant, where it's all like sort of neo-punk futuristic, for tactical, I just don't get it. X-Defiant just doesn't resonate with me at all. With this, I am willing to give it a go. I'm willing to try it and see if it is as good as they hope it's going to be. I don't want to just jump on the bandwagon of everyone and say, no, it's going to be shit, because the reality is there's the potential for this to be a hidden gem. I just don't really understand the logic of Ghost Recon becoming a Battle Royale this long after Battle Royales have died. You know, Warzone is probably the only one that's really still going, and even then, I don't know how much longevity Battle Royales have. I think a lot of people have become quite fed up with them. Certainly the kind of people that would normally play a Ghost Recon game. And I think this is probably my biggest bugbear right now. It feels like the games that got Ubisoft to the size that they currently are, the things that set Ubisoft apart from other developers, was the fact that they made slightly more difficult, challenging, tactical shooters. You know, if you really sort of take a step back and think about it, Rainbow Six involved all of the map planning back in the day, where you had to figure out your entire plan and then adjust it on the fly. It was quite challenging through things like, you know, Vegas and stuff like that, where you had to be careful in the way you were approaching things. You couldn't just run in gung-ho. Then you take a look at Splinter Cell, where it actually paid to not kill anybody. It was more beneficial for you to actually just outthink or, you know, figure out the puzzles, essentially, of how to pass people. It was slow, it was methodical, it was interesting. Then you got onto games like Ghost Recon, where the lethality in it was quite frankly just brutal back in the day. Certainly if you played it on like extreme or, you know, the veteran difficulties. It was such an enjoyable game to have to try and figure it out and to play it in a tactical manner. And the player base that those kind of games drew is probably not the player base that you want to be aiming games like this at. It really does feel like the company's lost right now. And I find it really, really frustrating that the amount of times they have released games in these universes, games in the Tom Clancy universe, or mentioned them, and the outcry from the community is so loud. It resonates so damn loud. How have they not picked up on that? How have the owners not turned around and said, you know what? We're not quite hitting the mark here, are we? What we're doing, there are so many people so vocally against it that maybe we're doing something wrong. Instead, they're just plowing on ahead. They're just pushing through with what they want to achieve, and I don't think it's going to work for them. But like I said, I will be happily trying this out just to see what it's about. I am really curious. What do you think? Are you in the same boat as the amount of people that have just messaged me tonight saying about this? Or did you see this and think, wow, that is the game for me? Are you happy to see the Tom Clancy franchise go in this direction? Along with X-Defiant, or do you think that he would be rolling in his grave, as a lot of people seem to be saying? I'm really curious to hear what everyone's thoughts are. I think I've got a bit of an idea of what it's going to be, but I don't know, I'm just interested. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, a surprisingly negative video that I didn't expect to be releasing today, but hopefully you enjoyed it nevertheless. If you did, please consider hitting the thumbs up. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, stay reckless and relentless.